Ridge Cook, Cookie. Who put the geriatric on the side?
Probably my daughter. Because, I mean, originally this was me motor racing, and then when I went rallying, and we beat a whole lot of gravel rashes, they called me Cookie because they didn't want to recognise me as a roundy guy. And then later on when we did this is my daughter because I'm a geriatric spending all her inheritance.
Oh, how does she feel about that?
Luckily for me...
Is there much left?
There is, but it's disappearing very fast.
This whole land speed record thing and going to Bonneville, I can see, you know, a massive amount of Kiwi ingenuity being put into something to go and achieve something for you.
No, you're not actually wrong. It's what I want to do is Stephen it's not just for me. And if Stephen tells you that, he's probably right as well. Well, that's your problem. You open your mouth. Here it is. The other problem that happens here is that we're achieving something for New Zealand. There was Bruce McLaren, there was John Britton, and they all proved the Kiwi can do. And I sort of think that's died, and we want to say that it's still alive. And this is just pure Kiwi can do. It's to remind people of what we have done, what we're doing, and what we can do. It's a streamliner. It's two-wheel drive. The engine's in the front. The driver gets cramped into this. It started off as a bunch of tube. It was completely built in this workshop in hand by David Lunny over there. And the engine this year is a 3-litre Formula 1 engine, and we're hoping to become the fastest ever Formula 1 engine in the world, and the fastest New Zealander, and try and crack, I don't know, 340 mile an hour.
You were never supposed to be playing with cars by the sounds of it?
No, I was...
Or motors or engines?
No, I grew up as a farmer's son in Alfriston here, and I studied to be a vet, and I just happened to be driving tractors at a very early age, and I hopped in a Mini and sped around roads, and everybody thought I was a good driver, so I went and did a couple of hill climbs, broke records, and I carried on doing it. And it's something that happened. Did I ever design to be a motor racing driver? Absolutely not, because it's a complete waste of money. My parents and everybody around me were absolutely horrified. My grandmother...
You know he's right. It is pretty much a complete waste of money, but it's a drug. You would have been asked many, many times, oh, why has New Zealand got such great race car drivers? Oh, how come it's blah, blah, blah. Is it because of that? Is it because of maybe doing a few things you shouldn't have done back in the day around the roads and bloody on farms and the roads that we do have, and you learnt to drive on this? Do you think that's part of why?
It's not just part of it, it's everything. When I grew up, the best racing drivers and rally drivers, most of them generally came off farms.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, when you said, you know, we did skids and stuff that we weren't supposed to, that's not true. We just did it non-stop all the time. There was very few traffic cops, and when we broke lap records between Manurewa and Weymouth, Jimmy Richards know all about this.
Of course he would.
Because he was in the same school. But if you asked him how he grew up, he would probably say, irresponsibly, on roads, as a kid. When I went to get my traffic licence, the cop says to me, you've been going through Manurewa for 3 years. Okay, here it is. I already knew.
Of course they did. Hey, and this shed was built by cutting down trees on this property, is that right?
Yeah, no, we grew the trees.
You grew the trees?
Yeah, and then we built the sheds.
And then you built the sheds.
This is my man cave. I always wanted to have a man cave that was built out of the trees that we grew. You know, it's ours.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
In here is...
another one of those engines that they want back.
F1
that all
engine.
the fans, all the F1 fans want back.
Yes, they do.
3 litres of V8.
Yes.
Oh, what did it used to rev to? Do you know what they were?
Just under 15.
Yeah. 3 litre though, a bigger engine. I mean, it's just stunning, isn't it?
We had two choices. We could either get a Formula 1 engine, say from Mugen Honda, and lease it.
Yeah.
Or we could get this Formula 1 engine from Judd, which is basically a Yamaha Formula 1.
Yeah.
And own it. And in true Kiwi style, the only way to do any good is being control your own destiny. If you lease something off somebody else, is that really going to work? Maybe. If you do it yourself,
you're in control.
You are. There's a difference between you and I, apart from age, and you won Bathurst and I won a whole lot of other things, is that your future has been determined by, you had to make decisions about who you're with and what.
Yep.
Whereas we made all our own decisions, so I was in control of my own destiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where do you see...
And that can't, and unfortunately, to go to be at the top echelon of a sport, you can't do what you do anymore. You can't do it your way.
No, you can't. Well, firstly, Osh won't let you for a kick-off.
No, but I mean, what Bruce did and all these other amazing, what Brabham did and what all these guys, all these amazing people that were building their race cars, designing go and racing. Yeah. It doesn't have anymore. It's changed.
Well, I guess the thing...
And that's why we love now looking back so much. That's why the history is becoming more and more important, because we appreciate it for what it is.
We don't want to do anything different. The way that it was done in the past, we're just going to create another little chapter of that history.
I think that's a great extract from you there, because I think sometimes we want to belittle some of the history because someone, because, oh, look, this guy's just achieved this, and look, compare it to things that happened in the past. And mate, I say it's rich. It's it's amazing. Otherwise, if you don't have history, what do you got?
Yeah. There was a time in New Zealand, I think, we didn't have really a culture, and we got really insecure about ourselves, and then came along Billy T and Fred Dagg and all those people, and we started to laugh about ourselves, which was really good. And I think since that time we've taken on a bit of Maori culture with the haka and that. But when you look at New Zealand as a group of people, what is our culture? Our culture really should be, in my opinion, Kiwi can do, take on anything.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that believe that.